Hey friends, we are looking at the Mould King Lamborghini Countach set number 145 with 1,495 pieces. And in this video, we're going to look at the box. We'll look at the parts to see if they're compatible with Lego. And then we're going to look at the instructions and some strange things going on with the stickers. All right, and then in a separate video, we'll review the finished model. All right, so starting with the box, you are seeing a Mould King. There is a sticker over whatever used to be here. It looks like another Mould King logo. Oh no, it is it? I don't know what this is. It's a different, what does it say? It says MK Brick. So maybe it's a possible rebrand and they changed their minds. I don't know. All right, and then as far as the model goes, it is a white Lamborghini Countach. They did not get any of the licenses for the livery, so they just kind of made up the livery. And in some cases, the choices they made were better than others. The worst choice they made was probably changing Yakamoto to Yakahomo. So that is not a great choice. And then we'll look at the rest of the sticker sheet too to see some of the other changes that they made to their brands. All right, in the back, you see some of the action features. You can open up the engine compartment. It looks like it's a two-part opening, so the wing comes up, and then this is the engine compartment here. The gull wing doors actually open up, and then the bonnet opens up, and then you get a look at the cockpit as well. And as far as the overall shaping, not bad. You know, from the 3/4 angles, it looks okay. From the side view, it's decent. The front, you can see the Countach in there, but if you look at this windshield area, you'll see that they've used a smaller windshield that's inset into a larger field, and then they've made up a lot of the rest of it with brick. So although the overall shape is correct, the window part of it is just a small section of it. So we'll see after we build it how that looks and if really that was the best choice. My buddy Devin does not like the front bumper. He thinks it's atrocious. I don't know. Maybe once it's built, it'll look better. It does look a little weird because you see all these lines, and that's probably an artifact of the 3D rendering. I do like that they made the rear fender here oversized and wide, but it looks like the tires are not flush or fitted to that. So that might look a little strange if they're not pushed out a little to match it. Okay, and then as far as the parts go, they're in numbered bags 1 through 4, and they are compatible with Lego. So you're going to see a lot of familiar part designs and part colors here. I did see that there was one bag of some things that are not normally part of the inventory you're used to seeing, and it's these. And what these are 1x2s with that kind of gentle slope in them, but for some reason they've cut out the top of it, and the tops are these separate small pieces that you snap into place, and then you've got the full brick. Let me grab an example of one of those so you can see it. It's like one of these, but imagine if the top of it was missing, and then you had to snap the top of it into it. So I'm not sure. Maybe Lego took the time to patent that, and that's why they now have it not the same mold. So to get around that, I'm not really sure the reason for it. It seems like a lot of extra work to make those pieces. But there's other pieces. There's some Technic for the frame, and a lot of color here, surprisingly, even though it doesn't look like there's a bunch of color in it. And I wasn't sure what color this red was. I thought it might be kind of a deep red, but I don't see that deep red in here anywhere. I think the actual upholstered seats might be a bright red, which probably won't look as good, to be honest. But we'll wait and see when it's finished to see if that's true. And here are the wheels with the tires. It looks like they're all the same size. So They're not different front to back, and I don't know what about the real car, if it's different front to back. All right, here's a look at that sticker sheet. So the stripes are all stickers, and you're going to see a lot of things that they have adjusted. So Rockstar became Rackstar, BF Goodrich becomes BF Giedrich. Odyssey, I don't know what that is. I don't know what Cestrol is. MKL Conquer. Hanagon, that's kind of a hoonigan. TAT, I don't know what that is. Tatal, I don't know, is that Castrol? Bush instead of Bosch. Instead of Pirelli, it says Piru Odyssey. Max Power Mobile, it becomes Mobley with an E separated out. And again, I think that's the Pirelli. This must be Chevron, but it says GE Pro instead of Chevron. So strange things here. Oh, I think this is probably Marlboro. Instead of that, they've used Mould. So really strange choices here. The other thing that stood out to me was when I was looking at this model, it reminded me of the sets that the Lego designer Mike Psiaki has made. I think that's how you say his name. He made the DB5 James Bond car. He made the Ghostbusters Ecto-1. He made the Mustang, the muscle car Mustang. And they all have like really fine detail. The things come together really very beautifully and very carefully. And they usually have a lot of action features in them. So I thought of him and I'm like, man, the only person I know who could make that is Mike Psiaki. And I saw the license plate here, and it's almost spelled the same as his last name. Psiaki is Psiaki, but this license plate has a 3 instead of an I at the very end. So I don't know if that is intentional. It seems too, there's no way that it randomly could have been so close to his name. I did Google it to see if Mike happened to moonlight for other companies, and there is no evidence that he has. So I'm not accidentally outing Mike. He's a longtime designer there at Lego, and I wouldn't want to get him into trouble in any way. But Mike, there's an homage to you in this set. I hope you're flattered. Okay, and then here is the book, the instruction book, and it jumps right in there. Mould King tends to make their instructions a little bit on the tighter side. So you're gonna be looking at like fields and fields of bricks and figuring out where everything goes. And it starts off kind of easy, but then once you start getting into the Technic pieces that are in here, wow, it looks like there might be a steering rack. So once you start getting into here, you have to pay close attention. Things might just start to feel a little bit small as you get in there. I mean, look at that. There's a lot of Technic happening in there. And so take your time. I don't think it's too bad, actually, but it's not something that you can fly through for sure. And what they've done is everything is still full color, except the current step has this faint green outline around the new parts. So that's how you know what you're working on. And once you're out of the woods on the steering and the Technic, it looks like it eases up and becomes a little bit easier. You're just building the body shapes as you go. And it looks like it does get a little bit easier. There's another look at how they do that windshield, right? So it does have, let's see, here's the piece. This piece is the actual windshield. And you see it's nowhere near the specific shape you need for it. So rather than creating a brand new shape, they just reuse this particular shape. And I want to say this was originally made for the Mini Cooper that Lego created. So it's a good piece, and we'll see how successful their workaround is. All right, and then for me, when I build this, I would probably leave most of the stickers off of it. Maybe all of the stickers, because it looks like almost all those stickers are branding, so I don't really see a reason to add them. I don't think they add very much to this vehicle. All right, and the very last step is the stickers. There you go. Lots of stickers to put on there. Okay, there you go. I hope that you like this video, if you do like it, hit like. I'd appreciate it. And if you subscribe, then you'll be the first to know when the review video is up for the finished model. Okay, thank you very much.